out of my pocket. So I didn't get into stand-up till I was in my 40s, because before that I was happy. And happens to coincide with when I had my first of 3 kids. Just coincidence, I'm sure. And so I've got 3 girls, 11, 10, and 9. I kind of regret naming them that. It obviously is a problem now. I clearly should not have done descending order. I should have gone ascending, because now everybody's looking for, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, the computer programmers expect me to finish at 0.
Yeah.
I'm not naming a kid 0, so. Yeah, so that's about how much that I was ready for and remembered, so here comes the rest. I am asked sometimes, well, how did you, get into comedy? And it's pretty well known, I think, that most comics get into it because of a traumatic childhood. Unfortunately for all of us here, I had an excellent childhood, so it's going to be a lot less funnier tonight. But good news is I do have those 3 kids I'm raising, and they didn't say whose traumatic childhood it had to be. I am definitely experiencing 3 traumatic childhoods right now. So I hope that it could change a little bit. But so I've also been happily married for 15 years now. Yeah, thank you. My wife and I hope that one day she can be too. I don't know. We'll see. I'm here, so she's not. And she actually did ask if I wanted her to come to a show I had last week, and I was like, you're literally the only person in the world I don't want at that show right now. It's awkward when, she tells the truth about how actually things really are. So, especially since, I've got the mic and she's out there, whispering in ears. I don't know what she's telling you, but I do. When I first had kids, I was like, I really hope that I can be a dad like mine was. And my wife's like, no, you still have to feed the kids and bathe the kids and take care of the kids. And I'm like, well, I can't be a dad like my dad was then, I guess. I was just going to go, do fun things. My dad was an adrenaline junkie before the term existed. And he was like, well, I don't want my kids getting hurt, so let's figure out how can we avoid this. So he, gave me 3 rules to live by. He says, every time you go whitewater kayaking, you always wear your helmet. There's no such thing as an unloaded gun, and no matter how much you've had to drink, you never, ever let a woman drive. And obviously, that's a generational difference, right? Because I'm not going to be giving that rule to my driver's ed students, who I ran into one of them last week here. Luckily, I did not teach that. Yeah, I guess I've been teaching for a while, though, since he was here. But I thought, well, the next generation then always ends up teaching their kids something that's embarrassing and stupid and just obviously wrong. So what is our generation going to be? And I don't know, my best guess is that I'm going to be quoted. I definitely didn't say this, but I'm going to be quoted as like, no matter how much you've had to drink, never, ever let a computer drive or something like that. But I don't know what it'll be. So, I did mention my kids, and I do think, part of, dealing with kids is, well, they're not perfect. They don't even seem to arrive perfect. They all seem to show up as, part of the original sin is that I think they're all little lawyers, so, that's maybe the biggest part of a small kid is how they're lawyers, So one of my kids was asked by grandma, have you seen the new Aladdin yet? And she said, no, but we'll watch it again. Yeah, okay, you worked on your lawyering skills. You're not quite, but you don't want to tip everybody off on how it is that that they've been lying, so you don't tell them, every little detail. So anyway, that one's not too small a detail, but I was thinking that the other type of dad that I was hoping maybe I could grow up to be, from here up, maybe grow up to be, is the dad like Dexter had from the TV show Dexter. I'm hoping that maybe I'll be as good as him, and my kids will only, kill bad people. I mean, hopefully they'll see me as good too, because I'm wondering if I'll make it. But if I'm not here next week, just check by, do a little health check there on me with the cops. I can't. Oh yeah, there we go. I forgot to start my watch. So I was just thinking also how a small little letter like the letter S, making a word plural, is pretty impressively powerful, because it can totally change the meaning of a word. If I ask you, you want to see my muscles? All right. You want to see my muscle? Yeah, I know, exactly. So I was thinking, all right, you're at the Super Bowl, and they're like, all right, we're going to do the coin toss. And the first guy says, I want head. And the other guy's like, I'll take tail.